Rising. How are you? How have you been? Have you taken a moment today to check in? Just take a big breath. Release any tension, worries, or fear. It's okay. Everything's gonna be okay and turn out exactly as it should. I am learning this on my journey, and it has been a crazy 4 months, let me tell you. And just when you think that you've gone through it all in your life, here comes a storm. I talked about this in another one of my videos on manifestation. But when I started this journey, I had no idea the amount of faith and strength that it would take to keep going, keep believing, and not give up. For the last 4 months, I've technically been homeless because my family and I have been moving around from place to place due to not having a home to call our own. And I'm so very thankful to say that we moved in this weekend. And the amount of gratitude that I feel in my heart is immense. Because it was tough. It was really tough. And when I started a year ago, over a year now, a year and a half almost at this point. First having moved to Texas, I had just given birth to our second baby girl, and coming from corporate America, I had a job. I was working, and excuse me, of course I went on maternity leave. After having her, I was on maternity leave for a while, and then after deciding if I was going to go back or not, I felt it heavy in my spirit to start this journey with the Spirit and walk in faith. Of course, I've been growing and learning and awakening. I would say since 2012 is when it started, but I always felt like a longing in my heart for something more. God has given me many talents and gifts that I want to use and see, come into fruition and be birthed. And I also have a story to share and to tell from my experiences and the things that I've gone through and the lessons that I've learned, the pain and the trauma and the things that I've healed, how I've made it this far. So Spirit was really telling me in my heart, it's time to leave. And it was very scary because, when you've done something a certain way for so long and you don't know how it's going to turn out, and you're counting on that job, whatever it is, to provide and, feed your family, it can be scary. And trust me, I went back and forth within my heart and with the Spirit on it, and, double checking. But I felt led to do it. So I did. And of course, along the way, there were times where I really beat myself up thinking it was the stupidest idea. Because this is where the faith came in. This is where the period of building trust came in, the period of waiting. Now, before, Spirit was silent because there was a little period of silence between 2000, let's say 2022, January 2022, and now, period of silence. But before that period, when I started to really visualize in my mind's eye, look like a clear picture as much as I could as possible, because some people can't do that, and I'm still working on actually seeing things how I want it to be in my mind's eye. But I was basically visualizing in third person and first person, seeing myself as having it and seeing myself with it every day. When I started doing that, I did begin to receive signs from Spirit, lots of numbers, things spoken to me on signs and other signs. Like I remember driving in on a Wendy's building, it said all bills paid, and I would get many signs like that. So in my heart, I knew, and I still know that Spirit is with me and all the blessings are coming. And actually, they're closer than you think. Here now, actually the time is now. And I've been receiving that message that the breakthrough is here. The breakthrough is now. It's just that you have to continue to believe. You have to continue to have faith in the promise that God gave you. Remember the things that God told you in the beginning. And through the period of silence, while whatever it is being worked on, just know that it's coming. Even now, we just moved in, and I'm still having to trust and have faith because I don't know everything. And, we still have bills. There are a lot of things that need to be paid. And when we had to leave our house, there was so many things that happened back to back to back to back to back. Almost like you're in a knockout fight where there's no breaks in between. I mentioned it. Like, first it started with the pipes of our house freezing. Then we had mold and we were getting sick. Then my sweet baby girl, my dog, she passed away. And then we got in a car accident and our car was totaled. And all of those things compiled with having to live place to place to place, just so that I probably, wouldn't be on the street or in a very, very uncomfortable situation. It was very uncomfortable, but we had shelter, thankfully. So those things add up. You know what I'm saying? And when you're not bringing in any money substantially, it's like you're not even actually above water. You're just got the tip of your nose just so that you don't drown, So imagine the amount of faith that takes, when you have bills piling up and, your credit is suffering because of all the trials, So it's scary. And still having to hold this faith and this knowing and this belief that it's coming. Even if you don't have any physical evidence of your reality changing, you still have to be delusional. You have to be delusional. If you don't have anything to believe in, just believe and know what the thought was, what you originally created in your mind, so it already is, And I really feel like Spirit is bringing me through this process to be a walking, living example of what it means to have a vision, have a dream, stay steadfast to it, hold on to it, work towards it, believe in it, and see it come to life. There was a time where I, and still, I was applying for so many jobs because I'm like, oh, Spirit, I felt like to leave this job. What is happening? Why aren't things moving as quickly? It's been a year and a half. Like, I'm staying steadfast with my YouTube channel and other business ventures, not giving up, still posting constantly, still creating content, still creating products. I'm like, Spirit, like, what is happening? What do I need to do? Am I doing something wrong? So I'm applying. Over 100 jobs I'm applying. And nothing, not even the job that I had before rehired me. And that's weird because that's my daughter. In fact, so even the job that I had before, I had a good relationship with them. And I actually liked the job. Not a lot of people can say that, like it was a work from home job. It didn't pay me much, but it was okay. It was chill. It was like a job that you can get comfortable and, whatever, And I actually tried to rejoin the family just to bring in some income, and nothing, not even that. So, and then it's like Spirit would send me signs like, I have something much better planned for you. That ship has sailed. Keep going, because you're going to be amazed. The plans that God has, and when I say God, I mean the all source, the creator, your higher self. You know what I mean? I don't mean like a God looming over us, forcing us to follow a religion. I say God, but I just mean the divine. God's source, the creator, the divine, the essence that gives us life. But anyways, God has a plan for us, and I'm having to trust and believe and have faith in that every day. I was pretty humble before, but through this process, like the humility and the gratitude is like out the roof. You know what I mean? Because when you go through something like that, you make it through to the other side, and you're okay. Your mind is okay. Your family is okay. That's a lot to be grateful for. And you begin to, think about the small things. Just having your breath. Being able to nourish your body, being able to see your family, the small things, whatever that is for you, being able to walk, talk, see, hear. There's so many things that people don't have, So, yeah. And I'm starting to see, it's like with this channel, I know I have a ways to go, and I'm going to continue working on it. But I went from 19 subscribers in a year and a half with, no one really watching my videos, maybe 20 something views max here and there, give or take, to, getting traction. Like I posted a video like over a month ago, and then a month later it started getting views. So, I understand that like when you're planting the seeds, sometimes they sprout sooner, sometimes it happens later, but they do happen, So, I just want to say thank you for being here with me. Thank you for being with me along the journey and watching the process as we grow together. I'm in a new space now, and I can really start to focus on getting back into my routine, doing all the healthy habits that I want to build for myself, to have that discipline and that character to continue to, get things done and work on myself, like, moving around and everything. Like I could try to do some things, but it just wasn't the environment that was conducive enough for me personally to just be able to build that solid foundation, that solid routine, like I was doing before all this happened. Waking up to meditate, getting some exercise in, listening to spirit, um, making a healthy breakfast, and journaling, or doing whatever it is that grounds you and centers you. So yeah, I feel like the hardest part is over, you know, and of course, there's still more learning and growing and faith to be had. But I'm in a pocket where I'm like, okay, Spirit, I'm, you know, peace. I'm surrendering to it. Even though, you know, a little piece of me still feels like, eh. But we're here. So, whatever your story is, whatever your situation is, just know that these things don't happen for no reason, no matter how hard it is. You know, lean on the strength and the guidance within you, and know that you're not alone, and that you have support around you, even if you can't see it, and even if it's not someone outside of you physically. You know, pray to Spirit, because your story becomes someone else's saving grace. And know that the mind is a tool, and that you can strengthen it, because you are not the mind, and you have willpower over the mind to think and feel how you decide to do so. So I am sending you so much love. Hope that you're well. And as always, until next time, take care of you.